Today we're going to go over Chapter 6 review. This will be part 1 of the review. We will be working on pages 281 to 282. That will be 5 problems. We will finish the rest of the review tomorrow. Okay? To help you solve some of the problems, you may want to use a 120 chart. I will have a 120 chart attached on your Google Slides for Tuesday. Or if you can either just click on it to view it. If you have a printer, you can print it out. If you don't have a printer and you would like to have it out in front of you, there is a 100 chart in your Go Math book on page 273. Okay, so you can use that if you need to. Also, of course, you can use the side of the pages to help you solve the problems. Or you can work out the problems on your whiteboard if you prefer doing that way. You can also use your 10s and 1s to help you solve some of the problems. Okay? So how I'm going to do this video is I'm going to go through each problem and I'm going to show how to solve it and show you what the answer is. Okay? What I would like you to do is to solve the problems first before you see how I do it. Okay, so you have 2 ways you can do this, okay? You can either pause this video now and you can solve all 5 problems on page 281 to 282. And then when you're done, you will continue watching this video to see how I solved each problem to make sure that you got the correct answers, okay? Or you can either solve each problem one at a time. So let's say I'm starting on number 1, okay? You're going to pause this video, okay? You're going to work out number 1 on your own, and then when you're done, you will click play on this video to continue and see how I solve number 1, okay? And then you will pause it again, work out number 2, okay, and when you're ready, click play again to see how I did number 2. Okay, so you can either do 1 problem at a time, okay, or you can do all 5 and then continue watching the video. But make sure you continue watching the rest of this video so you can see how I've solved all of these problems. Even if you're like, oh, I know how to do it, make sure you watch how I solve the problems to check your work and your answers, okay? And if you get to a problem that you're like, wow, I really don't understand how to do it, just skip it on your own, and then when you watch the video, you can see how I solve it, okay? All right, so we're going to be starting on page 281, so make sure you have your Go Math books out now. All right, so we're starting on page 281, and we are going to start with number 1. Okay, but before I start, I want to mention if you do not have your Go Math book and you don't have this review, you can copy the problems down on a blank piece of paper or solve them on your whiteboard so you can still do them with us, okay? And I will, make sure you can see the problems, and you can always pause the video so you can have time to copy down the problems on each page, okay? All right, so let's get started. Number 1 says, Felix counts 46 cubes. Then he counts forward some more cubes. Write the numbers. Okay, so I have the number 46 here, and I notice they're adding 1 more cube each time. So that means I'm counting by ones. Okay, I'm counting by ones. So if you're not sure what the next number is, you can always refer to a 120 chart. So I'm going to find the number 46. And when we count by ones, you're going to be moving to the right of the number, right? And the numbers will be getting bigger by 1. So I'm at 46, okay? And it's 47, 48, 49, 50. If you need to keep going, right, you will go to the next row at the beginning of that row. So then it would be 51, 52, 53, and so on. Okay? So on your paper, you will write the numbers that come next after 46. So 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and 52. That is how you solve number 1. Okay, for number 2, we're going to be counting by tens. Match each number on the left to a number that is 10 more. So this is the left side. So you're going to be looking at each of these numbers and finding the match on this side and drawing a line to it. Okay? To find the number that is 10 more, there's a few things that you can do. You can either, count in your head, what the next number would be by counting by tens, right? If we have start at 35, the next one would be 45. Okay, you can also look at a 120 chart if you're more of a visual learner. So let's say we start at 35. Okay, I'm going to circle it here. 35. All right, and when I'm counting by tens, I count down, right? I go down the column. So if I want to count one more 10, right, that number would be 45. So 10 more would be 45. So I'm going to draw a line from 35 to 45. Okay, and another way you can check is the numbers, right, that are in the tens in the same column. Well, look, they have what in common, right? In this column, they all have a 5 in the ones place. Okay, so when you're counting by tens, the numbers should have the same number in the ones place, and then the 10 will be getting bigger by 1, right? Because you're adding 1 10 to each number. Okay, and I know I'm adding 10 because if I count all of these numbers, that's 10 numbers I've counted. So I'll show you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've counted 10 more to get to 45. All right, now let's try the next one, 49. 49. So again, you can count by tens, right? If you know what the next number would be, okay? Or you could refer back to your 120 chart. I'm going to find 49, okay? And remember, you count down when you count by tens. One more 10 would be 59. So I'm going to draw a line from 49 to 59. And to check, they both have the same number in the ones place, and then the tens place is 1 more, right? 5 is 1 more than 4, okay? So that is a match. Okay, let's go on to 59. Okay, 59. Oh, we were just at 59, right? But now we want 10 more than 59. So we're going to go down 1. What number is that? 69. Right? 69 is 1 more 10 than 59. I want to point something out, okay? Some of you might say, well, isn't 49 10 more than 69? No, it's not, right? Let's look at our 120 chart again. Yes, they're in the same tens column, but look how many times I have to move down to get to 69. 1, 2. So 69 is actually 2 more tens than 49. But we are only trying to find the number that is just 1 more 10. So you only move down 1 to find the answer. Okay? So these two are not a match, right? Okay, the matches are 49 to 59 and 59 to 69. All right, the next one, 65. Okay, 65. Okay, 1 more 10 than 65 would be 75. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line to there. Okay. And I have my very last one here, 57. What would be 10 more than 57? If we're not sure, we find the number 57. Here it is. And I'm going to go down, count down 1. What number do we land on? 67. 67 is 10 more than 57. And those are the matches that you should have gotten. All right, now we're going to turn our page and we're going to answer number 3. Does the number match the model? Choose yes or no. So how I like to do these ones is to look at each one, do it one at a time so we don't get confused. So let's start with 10 plus 10. Does this picture show 10 plus 10? Okay, first off, let's see if it shows 110. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 110. Okay, remember, a full 10 frame, okay, is a 10, right? Because it has 10 cubes inside of it, okay? All right, so we have 110, but do we have another 10? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5 more. So this picture does not show 10 plus 10. So I'm going to bubble in no. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, 110 and 4 ones. Does this picture show that? Well, we know there's 110, right? Because we have one full 10 frame. Okay, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So we don't have 4 ones. So that means this is a no. We're going to bubble in no. Okay, the next one says 110 and 5 ones. Let's check it. We have 110. Okay, and let's see if we have 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do. So this is correct. We have 110 and 5 ones. So we will bubble in yes. The last one says 10 plus 5. Does this picture show 10 plus 5? Okay, we know it shows a 10, and we can count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let's see if it shows 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does. So the picture shows 10 plus 5. So I will bubble in yes. All right, let's move on to number 4. Okay, for number 4, we're going to circle the numbers that make the sentence true. Okay, there are how many 10s and how many 1s in the number 12? Okay, so we need to decide, right? We need to look at this number, how many 10s are in it and how many 1s. Okay, I'm going to underline these words so I know that in this space I need to circle the number for 10s, and in this space I need to circle the number for the 1s. So you can, to help you, you can draw a quick picture of 12. You can use your 10s and 1s. So I'm going to show, I look at the number 12, I know there's 1 10, right? And 2 1s. So I'm going to circle the 1 for the 10, and I'm going to circle the 2 for the 1s. And that shows you, right, how many 10s and how many 1s are in the number 12. Okay, now for number 5. Okay, we're going to choose all the ways that name the model. So we're going to look at this picture, okay, and then we're going to look at each of these choices and see if what it says here, that this picture shows it. Okay, so let's look at the first one. It says 3 1s. Does this picture show 3 1s? It does not, right? 3 1s would look like this. Okay, 3 individual cubes. Okay, this picture does not show that, so we would not bubble that in. How about 3 10s? Does this picture show 3 10s? Well, let's see how many cubes make up one cube train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so if there's 10 cubes in one cube train, right? Each of these have 10 in it. So I have 1, 2, 3 10s. So this would be correct. So I would bubble it in. Okay, now let's check 3 10s and 0 1s. Well, we already know this picture shows 3 10s, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 10s. Does it show 0 1s? Yes, right? Because there's no extra 1s here for us to count. So this would be correct. This picture shows 3 10s and 0 1s. All right, how about the last one, 30? Does this picture show 30? Well, let's think about it. What does 3 tens equal? Hey, let's count 3 times by tens to find out, right? 10, 20, 30. 3 tens equals the number 30. So yes, this would be correct. Okay, and if you don't know that 3 tens equals 30, you could always go through and count each cube, right, to make sure that you have 30 all together, and you should get 30. Okay, so for number 5, there are 3 ways that name this model. Okay, all right, you are going to stop at number 5, and you will complete the rest of the problems tomorrow. Now that you've finished part 1 of our chapter 6 review, please go to Think Central, the Go Math app. You can find it on Class Link, and click on Things to Do. And I want you to complete the assignment that is called 6.8 Quiz. Okay, it's just a 2-question quiz on the lesson 6.8, which was about showing a number in different ways. Okay, when you've completed both of those problems, make sure you click on Done so the work is submitted to me. Okay, all right, thank you.